Hello again, beautiful soul. Today, we're exploring one of the most profound truths of our existence, the illusion of separation. From the moment we're born, we're taught to see ourselves as separate from everything and everyone around us. This sense of me versus you, of self versus other, shapes how we experience the world. But what if I told you this separation is not real? What if the boundaries we perceive are nothing more than illusions, veiling the deeper truth of unity? Let's start with something you already know. Everything in this universe is made of energy. From the stars in the sky to the cells in your body, all matter is, at its core, vibrating energy. This isn't just spiritual philosophy, it's physics. And yet, our human senses perceive this energy as distinct forms, objects, people, even ourselves. But here's the truth. There are no true boundaries. What appears as separation is, in fact, connection. Everything is part of a single, infinite field of energy, what some might call the divine, the quantum field, or simply oneness. Think about a wave in the ocean. At first glance, it seems separate, rising and falling as its own entity. But is the wave truly separate from the ocean, or is it just an expression of the ocean itself? In the same way, you are not separate from the universe. You are a wave, a unique expression of the infinite. This truth is echoed in countless spiritual traditions. The ancient Indian scriptures tell us, Tat Tvam Asi, which means, you are that. You are not separate from the divine. You are an integral part of it. And in Christianity, we hear the words, the kingdom of God is within you, reminding us that divinity is not somewhere out there but right here, within us and around us. But if unity is the ultimate truth, why do we feel so separate? Why does the world appear divided into this and that? The answer lies in the nature of our perception. Our senses are designed to observe differences, to distinguish colors, shapes, and sounds. These distinctions help us navigate the material world, but they can also trick us into believing the distinctions are all there is. Separation is a tool for experience. It allows us to play the game of life, to interact, to create, and to grow. But the danger comes when we forget that the game is just that, a game. We start to believe the illusion and lose sight of the unity beneath it all. Now, let's take this deeper. Have you ever felt a moment of pure connection? Maybe it was while looking at a breathtaking sunset, holding someone you love, or even during a quiet moment of stillness. In those moments, the boundaries dissolve, and you feel one with everything around you. That is the reality of unity, breaking through the illusion. Science is beginning to catch up with this ancient wisdom. In quantum physics, there's a phenomenon called quantum entanglement. When two particles become entangled, their states are interconnected no matter how far apart they are, whether they're a millimeter or a galaxy away. This isn't just theoretical, it's been observed. What happens to one particle instantly affects the other. It's as if the universe is reminding us that everything is connected, no matter how separate things might appear. Now let's bring this back to you. How does the illusion of separation shape your life? Think of all the ways you feel divided from other people, from nature, even from yourself. This division creates conflict, fear, and a sense of lack. We compare ourselves to others, compete for resources, and feel alone in our struggles. But what if these divisions are not real? What if the person you see as your rival is simply another version of yourself? What if the struggles you face are not isolating you, but connecting you to the collective journey of humanity? When we begin to see through the illusion of separation, something magical happens. We stop seeing others as other and start recognizing them as reflections of ourselves. We stop fighting the world and start flowing with it. We begin to understand that every action we take ripples out into the web of life, affecting everything and everyone. So how can we awaken to this truth in our daily lives? It begins with awareness. Start to notice the ways you create boundaries in your mind. Notice the judgments, the comparisons, the labels you place on yourself and others. These are the walls that reinforce the illusion of separation. Then, take a step back and ask yourself, is this boundary real? Or is it something I've constructed? For example, when you feel disconnected from someone, remember that their struggles are not so different from your own. Beneath the surface, you both long for the same things: love, peace, and fulfillment. Another way to awaken to unity is to connect with nature. Go outside and observe how the trees, the birds, and the sky exist in perfect harmony. They do not compete or compare. They simply are. Nature has no need for boundaries because it operates in the flow of unity. And you, as part of nature, can return to that flow whenever you choose. As we continue this journey together, you'll see that unity is not just a lofty ideal, it's a practical way of living. When you embrace unity, you let go of fear and scarcity. You stop seeing life as a competition and start seeing it as a collaboration. You recognize that the love you give is the love you receive, because in truth, there is no separation between the giver and the receiver. Let me leave you with this thought. Imagine a world where everyone understood this truth. Imagine a world where we saw ourselves not as isolated individuals, but as interconnected parts of a greater whole. What kind of world could we create if we lived not from division, but from unity? You are not alone, my friend. You are never alone. The boundaries you see are but ripples on the surface of an infinite ocean, and when you dive beneath the surface, you will find that we are all one. Thank you for being here today, for being part of this journey back to the truth of who we are. Until next time. May you walk with the awareness of unity, the courage to dissolve boundaries, and the grace to see the divine in everything, including yourself.